Hey, just having a cigarettes here, and, so, my mom, passed away. My mom passed away, and, there's, residual anger. There's, fear in my future. There's fear, not so much fear. There's more regret. Regret in not taking as many pictures. Not regret in that I don't have a good memory. I guess I can't help that, but it's I can't advocate how real cancer is. I was very optimistic in the belief that my mom could beat cancer, which is good for anyone to be optimistic. And I was optimistic in chemotherapy. I was a true believer that my mom was gonna make it. That there was no way impossible, because my mom's a superhero, that she was gonna live, and there's no way my mom could die. There's no way my mom could die. She's gonna make it. And but gosh, cancer is just numbers on a piece of paper. And I remember the day that she went in to get her last round of chemo. It wasn't the last round of chemo. It was a round of chemo, the one that really screwed her up. She was fine. She was absolutely fine, and I said my goodbyes to her because she was going to the hospital, and then I get a call a day or two later that her brain's working like a child and all this stuff, that she's been denied chemo and stuff. So chemo really screwed her up. She was in remission at the time, and they opted to give her some chemo. And so I don't know how chemotherapy works and the steps of chemotherapy with leukemia works, but that's what their choices were. But it ultimately was the demise of my mother's life, and then she was denied treatment, and she spent about a week after that in the hospital, without treatment, without a course of action to save her life, because she had heart failure, kidney failure. She had water in her lungs, water and food in her lungs. She had brain damage, I believe, because her brain, something was wrong with her brain. She wasn't making sense. So this stuff is very serious. Cancer and chemotherapy is a very serious thing, and it's good to be optimistic, but it's opened my eyes to a lot of things. It's opened my eyes to the fact that me, as someone that has had a family member that has had cancer, and has gone through chemo, would I do the same thing? And losing someone that has had, chemotherapy and cancer, losing someone that has been through that, would I do the same thing? I don't know anymore, because it's too rough. It's too rough, and especially since I smoke, and I'm so stupid for smoking. It's a really difficult question to ask myself, because it's so sad that I lost my mom. My mom was my hero, is my hero, and she's I believe that her spirit is always here with me. It's a very sad thing. Cancer is very disgusting, and chemotherapy, I just don't even know what to think about it. I have a lot of questions about it. I don't know what to think of it. I wish there was another way to treat cancer. Like, I know I've heard of B17, and I don't know if cannabis works. I don't know anything about that. I don't smoke cannabis or anything like that, but I don't know if it works. I've heard people talk about it. But yeah, as for my family, everyone's kind of dealing with it in their own ways. My dad's pretty torn up about it. Obviously, he's listening to a lot of music that that I didn't even know he was interested in. He's listening to REM. I didn't even know he liked REM. We're fixing up the house here, getting things in order. We're doing a lot of fix-up projects that I kind of wish that we could have done when my mom was here, because it could have been a lot more comfortable for her. Kind of some stuff that she would have liked to have done. My sister Mandy, on Twisted Let account, my sister's YouTube, she's going through a lot too. We all are going through so much. My older sister is going through a lot. We all are. My nephews and nieces. Everyone's going through so much. A lot of friends have made an outpouring of emotional support. It's been really good. Myself, I'm just really... I'm really in a shock mode. At the same time, I'm very angry. I think that I'm going to have a big breakdown after this all blows over, after the funeral, after everything settles down and everyone kind of gets into their own routine of their own lives. I'm going to be in a place where I'm sort of alone, and I'm not taken care of, because I always go to my mom for advice, and I don't have her anymore, and I'm so used to being her number one son, and I don't mean to offend my older brother Jeff, but it's because I live with her. I know she very much so loves him. She loves all her children. But I'm just so used to being the little sheltered son, sort of, so to speak. But I've always been a mama's boy. I'm the typical mama's boy, and I'm so close with my mom, and so I guess I'm going to do a lot of meditating, because I love my mom. Anyways, I love you all so much, and I hope that we all can understand that cancer is a real thing. It's the real deal, Holyfield, and you all are beautiful, and love each other, okay? Tomorrow's not promised. For each of us, it's not promised. And cancer is ugly. Love one another as Jesus loved you, okay? Try to show kindness in all that you do. Bye.